Who should do PGDM? क्या ये सबके लिए है? No, but diploma is always superior to a degree.
But is this AI approval is also necessary for the PGDM course?
Never. Till 2017, all the Indian Institute of Managements were giving only PGDM, PGPX and PGDM. MBA is about systemic education. Are you really willing to learn? We can teach you. We don't need Einsteins. Return of investment is not just about the fees paid by the respective parents.
We are welcoming you for our new episode of College Review. Today we'll talk about most dynamic person, Dr. Rahul Chaudhary, ट्रस्टी कम डायरेक्टर एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन। सर से कुछ क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर की बात करेंगे, कुछ पूछेंगे कॉलेज के बारे में, क्या रिव्यूज हैं बच्चों के कॉलेज के बारे में, बात करते हैं कॉलेज के लिए। सर NDIIT ही क्यों?
A very warm welcome to all the audiences, the young force, and I must congratulate you, Sanjay ji, the way you are taking the talk about management directly to the students. You're touching the nerve of the students, what they should do, why they should do it, because I think previous generation को एक बात मिल जाता था वो करते जाते थे, but present generation wants to question every step and that is very commendable. We don't want followers, we want to make future leaders, and leaders who will not just lead but will ensure that the job is done, the project is completed and there is a meaningful economic activity which is a part of circular economy.
सर
Right?
अगर हम बात करें कॉलेज की,
Yes.
कॉलेज बहुत सारे प्रोग्राम्स देता है जिसमें PGDM आपका मोस्ट रिनाउंड प्रोग्राम है जिसको
Definitely,
बच्चा आता है।
definitely.
भाई PGDM ही क्यों? क्योंकि बहुत सारे बच्चों के मन में क्वेरीज होती है कि क्यों ना हम MBA करें।
Exactly, that is a very pertinent question, Sanjay ji. Now, before you asked me the question why PGDM, let me ask you a reverse question: who should do PGDM? क्या ये सबके लिए है? No. PGDM is a highly specialized program, like tea and coffee. Both are very good. Depending upon the taste, you can choose tea as well as coffee. Now we will tell you किसके लिए क्या important है. Both are master level program. Both are degrees. A diploma word is used, but diploma is always superior to a degree. Both are Greek words. Both comes from Greek education sector. Why do you say degree Celsius? Why do you say 50 degree, 90 degree, 360 degree? Because degree as a unit of measurement is a standardized format which is reproducible and which has a stamp of approval of the king of that time. That is why the degree. There is no scope of any leeway. 90 degree is 90 degree at equator, 90 degrees at same at pole in the standardized conditions. Now, what is the need for diploma then? From the Greek times, there was always felt of need for autonomy because academics never prospers through bureaucracy. You need free thinking mind. You need people to question the status quo. That is word diploma, which is directly used to be given by famous philosophers like Plato, Archimedes, even the kingdoms or the departments of war like Artemis, Nike, they used to give their followers diploma, which used to be that you are expert of a particular art or technique or knowledge system. It can be mathematics, it can be war, it can be strategy, it can be planning, it can be execution, it can be marine engineering, anything. Poseidon was the god of the seas at the time. This is the reason diploma comes from autonomy, and that is why you have foreign minister and you have a diplomat. A diplomat always has autonomy over foreign officials. Nobody can even touch a diplomat in a foreign country. That is the word diplomacy, and that is why PGDM word diploma comes with an autonomy. Postgraduate diploma in management.
Okay.
Now see PGDM as sum total of all these 5 words, not in isolation. And this is the power that PGDM gives, that the curriculum, the pedagogy is continuous dynamic process. We have more than 300 corporates. Every corporate has a different need every year. Now we are facing a crunch of manpower resources in project management. Are we going to still teach marketing and finance through the same lens as we were teaching 3 years ago? Probably in MBA the same thing is necessary because it is about fundamentals. But in PGDM we will take the new route of project management through the realms of both finance, marketing, HR, as well as analytics.
Sir, when we are talking about the PGDM program,
Yes,
so question arises about the affiliations also.
definitely.
So is this PGDM is approved by the AICT?
Yes, of course. Anything, just I said that MBA degree is through the king or through the courts. There are no kings now. We have a parliament, we have a Ministry of Education, and there is an approval body of AICT, All India Council for Technical Education. So AICT will give an approval, and after that, any institute has to go to the state government for NOC, and after getting the NOC, they will get the affiliation from a university. University itself is dependent on UGC, and then they can give MBA program, where university controls everything. The institute only ensures that the classes are held on time, nothing else. PGDM, after the approval of AICT, the institute is solely responsible because that institute is good enough, robust enough to design the pedagogy, to deliver that pedagogy which can be beneficial to the student in the end result. We don't have to wait for the academic council to make the curriculum more dynamic, more practical oriented.
So is this AIU approval is also necessary for the PGDM course?
Never. Association of Indian Universities was started by amazing gentlemen who happened to be retired IS officials. At that time, there was no equivalence organization. So this body started giving equivalence, and University Grants Commission, since all the IS officers were from the UGC, most of them, not all, correct me if I'm wrong, I might not be fully think, there were many educationists, and thanks to those educationists that the country had the first body and the government got this attention that the degree equivalence can be done. But no more so, since last 4 years now, Indian government has only one body which is approved by Parliament and recognized by Ministry of Education. That body is National Academic Depository. आपके पास पैन कार्ड आधार कार्ड जरूर होगा, हम सभी के पास है. CDSL and NDML are the repository for your PAN card, Aadhaar card, and every other detail, your insurance policies, everything. Similarly, 10th and 12th students can get their mark sheets from DigiLocker. Now, Government of India has combined everything: DigiLocker, CDSL, NDML, the repositories, and National Academic Depository. The moment a student will be enrolled in any course, even BBA, BC are now AICT approved. We run the course which is AICT approved. The moment student will come, they will get their ABC ID, Academic Bank of Credit. That will be linked to their Aadhaar card. Henceforth, every step that they will take, whatever is done, will be naturalized.
So what
There's
if,
no scope of fake degrees, hence what most of the unscrupulous universities are doing these days right now.
so what if, sir, sir, if students wants to go for the further study like PhD, go for the foreign study, foreign jobs, so is this AIU approval
Never required. I will tell you very frankly, till 2017, all the Indian Institute of Managements were giving only PGDM, PGPX and PGPM. Only after that, then Honorable Education Minister, HRD Minister, Ms. Smriti Rani brought the IM Amendment Bill that since last 2 years now, the IMs can offer
MBA?
MBAs. MBA is about systemic education. It is very important to know the 7 P's of marketing. But in PGDM, there are more than 18 P's of marketing now. Now, whether it is a financial institution marketing, whether it is a B2B marketing, whether it is a B2C marketing, the different kind of P's will have a very different take. The hierarchy order will be very different. I might not be the best expert. We have amazing faculties, our resource persons, they can elaborate more on this. But we should know that it is one thing to know about the Newton's third law of motion. You can learn to derive those equations, but to know that equation and use it in rocket science and actually to be able to send a spacecraft is a different technique. Boeing and NASA, with all the resources at their space right now, are not being able to bring astronaut Sunita Williams and her friend back.
Sure, sir.
This is the difference between theory and practice.
Come to the next question, sir. What about the exposure? Means what exposure students getting in NDIIT when they are pursuing their PGDM program from NDIIT?
Now I'll come to the basic fact, why NDIIT.
Sure.
Now AICT since approves the pedagogy,
Sure.
What do we offer different? First thing, the quality control. We are very strict about who can come to NDIIT. More than IQ, we are very relevant about The emotional quotient. Are you really willing to learn? We can teach you. We don't need Einsteins.
So internationally also you will get
Yes,
students
of
will get
course.
the exposure.
From day one. From day one.
What
That
about
is the unique thing.
What about the placements and internships, sir?
Now, placement is the product of this entire preparation. Placement is the icing on the cake. That is the cherry on the cake. If you don't have a well-made cake, that cherry will never taste sweeter. We make our students so much capable that companies chase them. We are the only institute which is built around the ROI of the student, not built around the ROI of the institute. Return of investment is not just about the fees paid by the respective parents. That's it.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for your time. Hope
welcome.
आगे भी आपसे कुछ इसी तरह की चर्चा चलती
I really
रहेगी.
hope so. I hope this is the first in the part of the mini series,
Yes, sir.
and I would love to talk to you at least each month, so that we can tell you what the current batch of the PGDM students of NDIIT are doing each
Sure, sir.
month,
Sure,
what new aspects they are doing,
Sure, sir.
and we can apprise their forthcoming juniors
Thank
as
you,
well.
sir. Thanks a lot.